What is up, guys? My name is David and welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we're going to be doing a Lightroom / Photoshop tutorial on how I edit pictures start to end. Alright guys, so stay tuned, we have some really cool content coming up. And just right before I start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you guys have any requests or anything that you want us to see in the future, leave a comment down below. Hit us up on our Instagrams. Our Instagrams are going to be down in the bio, whatever, caption down there. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Alright, so right now I have this picture pulled up. This picture was taken by my boy Damien. I'm going to leave his Instagram handle right down below on the bio. I'll also be leaving the model's Instagram down below, right under Damien's. Alright, let's get started, guys. Alright, so right now I have Lightroom pulled up and I'm gonna kind of go through all the... So I'm kind of going to show you guys how to edit this from start to end. Alright, let's get this. Alright, start with first I'm going to start with the white balance. So I normally like to pull down the exposure just a little bit. Let's see. Bring up the contrast. There you go. Right up there. As you may see, as you might tell by now, I mess with the kind of with the levels a lot. Just so I can get kind of like that look I like. For this one, I'm gonna go for more of a kind of like a grungier, more in your face, high contrast, which is kind of opposite of what I normally do in my photography. But for this picture, I really want to go for that kind of look for you guys. Right. Always pull down the highlights. Pull down the highlights. Bring out the shadows just a tiny bit. Alright. Sweet, sweet. Bring down those whites. See, normally I would bring down the blacks. I'll bring the blacks up so I can give it kind of like that vintage look, but not this. I'm probably just gonna leave them around. Around -7 would be good. Clarity is gonna go up. Clarity is gonna go up. My bad. Vibrance. So right now it looks really yellow, which I'm actually going to go ahead and fix later on when I'm messing with the HSL. Guys though, that don't really mess around, the HSL is kind of like, it's a big deal for me because I really like to be able to choose and pick how I want my colors to look. So HSL stands for hue, saturation, and luminance. So there you can it separates every color that's present in the picture, and you can actually go ahead and tweak the color, like the specific color you want. So you guys will see that in just a second. For the tone curves, I normally like to go for kind of like an S-shaped curve. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about for the HSL. Normally the hues, I just leave them like that for now. I'm going to go straight into the saturation. You're going to bring down that orange because it's just too much for me, man. Yellows, I always bring down the yellows a lot. I don't know why, I just don't like yellow. I like the color yellow, but I don't like it in my pictures. Alright, greens. Bring that down. Alright, oranges, I'm going to bring it up a little bit just to give her skin color a nicer aura to it. Let's see. I don't know. that blue. Bring out those reds. Yes, mama. Work those reds. No, we don't need purple or maybe magenta. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. There you go. That red is a little bit too pulsing for me. Nah. Make it a little bit softer though. Alright. So yeah guys, just kind of play around with the HSL. I'm gonna end up like speeding through it. It's this is more kind of like a personal preference. Some of you might say be like, oh David, why you have your colors like that? Well, this is how I like it, man. I like my pictures to look. Alright, that's kind of a before and after. Let's see. Alright. So far I really like how it looks. I definitely, see here's the thing, whenever I lower that contrast I really took out of her eyes, but I mean that can always be brought back through Photoshop. So like my boy Simon says, he says there's nothing a little Photoshop can't fix. Shout out to my boy Simon at Simple Simons. You my guy, you my dude, bro, you my dude. That was so cringy. Alright. See, I always look at like certain photographers on YouTube and they already have a plan on how they're gonna edit these pictures, but I don't. I just kind of go with the flow and I see what I like the most, you know? See how I'm feeling. Kind of like a painting, I guess. So far, I kind of like that. I like it. See, I don't know, that's, there you go, that's better, that is better. Alright, so now I'm going to get into the split toning. So split toning, I really think split tone is one of my favorite tools on Lightroom, starting with it really helps create a certain mood or a certain emotion that you want to portray in your photography. Normally, see if you want, like it just depends on what you're going for. There's a lot of people who do orange and teal on split toning. Lately I've been doing kind of like a lavender and a dark blue. It's just been giving my pictures like a really cool Vogue type of look. So I'm gonna see what works best. But a little trick that I like to do to really find a nice complementary color set is I turn the saturations all the way up. So as you can see, the highlights are all kind of yellow, or in this case they're orange. They're kind of like a golden orange. And what I want to do is find a shadow, find kind of like a color for the shadows to complement that yellow or like that orange. So for that it will be around right here. So you can see kind of how they complement each other really nice. And then you just bring down the saturation on both. Just like that. I know a lot of people might go for, let's say, around right over there. Yup. So you can see how nice that looks. It just makes the color aesthetic a lot prettier, nicer. So I don't know, I really like messing with the split toning. Let's try this now. So you see what I mean? I'm using kind of like a blue for the highlights, and it gives it a very, very cool Vogue type of look. So yeah, I like Vogue looks. So I might even go for this. I don't know. Just for you guys, I'm gonna try something different. Bring it back to this one right here. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks dope. Bring out that clarity just a little more. Not the colors. Sweet. So here's a kind of like a before and after so far. I mean, the picture didn't look really good before, but I just wanted to give it kind of like my own little touch, just because I can, you know. Again, huge shout out to Damien for sending me these dope pictures. Definitely like great photographer. You guys have to check him out. Give him a follow, give him likes, show him some love. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm trying so hard not to put that contrast down. For those who know me, I am in love with the faded look. I don't know why, I think it's just, I'm a huge vintage fan, so I love having kind of like that really cool faded look. Alright, now let's put a little vignette, I don't know how to pronounce it, guys, I'm sorry. And I like to make this so it really brings her out, so I think that looks pretty dope. There you go, there you go. Normally I have like my own presets set up that I've created myself, and I would just kind of put them on the picture and just change out the white balance. But I kind of wanted to, like I said, I wanted to make this edit from start to end, and so you guys can get a feel of how I like to edit my pictures. In the future, I might just end up, you know, in the future, for future references, for future videos, I might do that, just put, you know, I might just use my own presets and start doing the retouching right away. But I really wanted to, you know, for those people who are having trouble with finding kind of like your style and how you want your pictures to look, really, I mean, just all I could say is play with Lightroom. That's all I'm gonna say. Play with it, see how, just kind of get a feel for it, see what you like the most, see what colors you like the most. Just get a feel for it and see what you like. I know a lot of people like to buy presets off of bigger photographers. I personally have never bought a preset, mainly because I wanted my work to be my work. I don't want it to be others' works. I'm not throwing any shade at anyone, it's just personal preference. You know, and I do believe that buying or having your own presets, it decreases your workload by a lot. So you're not spending hours or, you know, hours on just doing the color editing. So you can go straight to the skin retouching, which for me is pretty important, having that skin retouching on point. So right now I just brought up Photoshop. You can see over here he has a couple of little, little spots on her face that you want to get rid of. Since this is such a close picture, you can really see the detail. Something I might try to get rid of is these hairs on this area. For you guys who are wondering what I'm editing for you guys who are wondering what I am retouching on, I'm retouching on my iPad. It's a 2018 6th generation. I'm using this app called AstroPad. It's I downloaded both on the iPad and on my computer. So basically, it's like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I have it connected with a USB cable, and it mirrors whatever I have on my computer. It mirrors it onto my iPad. And I'm also using the 1st generation Apple Pencil. So I'm a huge Apple fan. Apple, if you're trying to sponsor me, hit me up. I do own a lot of Apple products, so let me know, guys. Alright, so first I'm going to duplicate this layer because I really do not want to mess up the original layer. I am going to use, gosh, I forgot the name. I'm first going to use the I think it's a patch tool. Yeah, the patch tool to circle kind of like her little blemishes and get rid of them. So for this is pretty easy. You just circle and then you move it to a kind of like a section that has good skin. That's what I would like to explain it as. So you just circle and then move it to good skin. So you can see so far we got rid of those. For those stray hairs, so those little strands of hair that are hanging, I'm going to use the clone stamp tool. I'm actually going to bring the flow down just a little bit, just so it doesn't look too crazy. For this, you want to use the Alt or the Option key on your keyboard or on your iPad. You want to select kind of like a reference point, and then with your brush, you just kind of want to brush over the hairs, and it starts getting rid of. Oh, that's not the right one. Thanks for letting me know, guys. There you go. Same concept. You just want to kind of select I'd say like the good skin or the area you want to replicate, and then you just want to kind of paint over the hairs to get rid of them. So I'm gonna speed up the video real quick, just so you guys don't have to sit through this whole thing. It's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm actually gonna bring the flow up because I'm getting kind of impatient with this. That's one thing about retouching is you need a lot of patience to sit through. You need a lot of patience to sit through this and actually make sure every detail about the picture is on point. So, all right. So I kind of got rid of some hairs. Here's the before and after. It looks a lot better now. All right. So let's take a look. Now I'm gonna get rid of kind of like her little eyebrow hairs. So right now I'm getting rid of kind of like she has very small eye bags, but they're still there. So I'm gonna get rid of those as well. More blemishes. So far this is looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this, guys. Oh, my back hurts.